Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, probably a week or so since I've uploaded any videos, but I haven't been resting at all. I've been working on 7 journals actually, and I managed to complete one of them, and I want to do a flip through video of that journal, and also I want to show you one of my digital kits at the same time, because to create that journal I used only this digital kit. So I wouldn't call it junk journal because everything in it is actually new. But before I actually reveal the journal to you, I'll just quickly go through this digital kit. It's called Dream Diary Collection, and I think I've had it in my shop for about more than 6 months, I think, probably since April or March this year, I'm not sure, but I've never done a video on just that digital kit. That was my pre-YouTube days. Alright, so it's basically a digital collage in which I use some of the scanned drawings of my own and paintings, and also some other images, and it consists of 3 masterboards. It's one of them, second one, and the third one. And the theme is obviously, it's called Dream Diary, so it's about, our dreams, and it's a stellar-like journal. And I'm obviously very much influenced by my dreams when it comes to my artwork. I get ideas and inspiration from my dreams as well. So it plays a big role in my kind of creative life. So I really love this digital kit. It's probably one of my favorites that I've done so far, and I really enjoyed creating it, and I hope you like it too. So there are the 3 masterboards. Then there are some pages that can be used just as a filler pages, like with lines and without lines, with some roses and things. You can also print all of these borderless, but I prefer not to, because I find that when I print borderless, so that I don't have the white line around, I think the rollers in my printer get dirty and then the colors end up muddy, and that's why I prefer to print as is and then just cut off the excess. Anyway, there are the options, but you can certainly do print borderless. I didn't print on the back, but here is the just the pages, and then there's 3 more pages. I don't know if this comes up on the video, but there are kind of the images of, or the masterboards, but in the background, barely visible. I don't know if that's visible in the video, I'm not sure. I'll just lift it up closer, and there's this one as well. Alright, and then in this kit, as well as the masterboards and the writing pages, there are 2 pages for fussy cuts with clock faces and butterflies in different sizes and colors. These clock faces have no, what's the word for these? They don't show time, but you can certainly draw your own time, and there are some words as well that you can use, and you'll see how I use these in the journal. I'll show you. It can be used as decoration, but also as tuck spots and pockets. Then there's the page with just butterflies. You see, these butterflies are more like, more, and they're not realistic as these ones. Alright, so that's the main difference, but both beautiful in their own way. Alright, so there are also 3 pages of these tags. There's the one without anything, and which you can use to cut out these images and make your own, or you can use them in other ways. I'll also show you how I've used them as well. And there's the ones with just like black and white images and one with color images. Right, so there's 3 pages of those tags, and then we come to these, call them like little albums. In this one you've got insects and birds and some animals and mushrooms as well, but there are also 2 pages that are just plain that you can use to put pictures that you want inside. You can also cut sections and use in different ways. I use them for tags or for belly bands, or just as a whole page, just to be like a little album for little pictures. You can also cut out these circles and have them see through, you know, a lot of things you can do with them. Okay, and of course, as always in my kits, there are some plain background pages in matching colors. There's this one in blue and this one in this pale, almost like tea stain yellowish color, like old paper. And then there are 2 plain, which is this one, almost a grayish one, and a yellowish. Oh, there's 3 actually, forgot about that one, and a dark blue one. Alright, so you see I printed this one borderless and it looks good, but then when I print afterwards, all my pages end up with muddy colors. They're not bright as usual, and it takes a while for the rollers to clean, so I prefer not to print like that, but it's possible. It can be done. Alright, so that is the digital kit. I think there are, I think 21 pages. That's basically it, and I want to show you now what I made with it. I've been meaning to do this one for so long. Like, I've done journals in which I included images from this kit, but I've never done a journal which is just this digital kit, and I just love it. Okay, there it is. I also created this band or closure. In a few of my other videos this band was going across, but in this one I decided to do it this way. It just looked better, and I made some charms or beads here and here and here, and added some butterflies and dragonflies. So that is it. It's quite heavy. Okay, so that's the band, just with a bit of elastic here. I think it's really nice in dark navy blue and some green. And the journal itself is covered with this nice fabric, silky fabric. I added some corner protectors. I stitched around. There's 5 signatures, and it's, apart from this, that has no other elements. It's just that fabric and this. I think it's quite enough. I didn't want to overdo it. I'll just look for my ruler right here. Okay, let's see the dimensions. I think it's A5 format. It's 14.5 centimeters with 21, which is 5 3/4 or 8 1/4. And the spine, 1.5 inches or 3.5 centimeters. So it is a decent sized journal, and it feels really nice and everything sits really well. I did put a lot in it again. I tend to do that, but it can still close. But if I leave all the ephemera, if I take all the ephemera out, it will probably close completely. But I just got carried away again. Okay, that's the first page. Here we have that masterboard, and I made a little pocket and a tag. And again, this is one of those hold on one second while I look for things. it's just how you cut it and what you do with it, and then you add those butterflies and the sentiment words. And this is also from the masterboard. Depending on how you cut it, you can use different sections for different things. So there's no no junk in this junk journal. So it's not a junk journal, it's a journal. Everything's new in it, the papers and fabric, everything. So it's a new junk journal. Here are the writing pages. I printed them on both sides, just use the plain background on one and the writing or this one on the other. So, and again here are those little tags. This is how I use them. I actually tore the paper and just created a little cluster with the words and the butterflies and just use it as a decoration. Some of the pages I stitched around. The ones that I stitched, I used the thicker paper, 160 GSM, but for writing pages I used just regular copy paper. I think it was either 100, it was not regular, it was 100 GSM I think, or maybe it was 90, I'm not sure, I can't remember, but anyway, it's a thinner paper, the one that you use just for your regular printing. Alright, so here we have a pocket, and here are the tags. You see, you can make tags from these. My printer obviously was low on yellow when I printed this one, so it's not the same color, but it was still good. And I just backed it up with some plain paper so that you can write on it. Okay. Here. Again, we have writing pages, and over here I used, where is it? This one. So I just cut out this, and I used other bits and pieces, and I also used the plain background pages to cut some tags with my die cut machine, and this one as well. Just added the word hope there, create a little clock face. And now we come to the middle spread, in which I use the blue version of this. So I imagine that here, you know, you can add pictures or little notes or observations and things like that, and even like a little, you know, I had a dream of a butterfly, and then you put a picture of a butterfly, things like that. So that is the middle spread, and this is one of the big butterflies from the fussy cut page. Again, here with this page, again, there is a clock face which doesn't show any time. So I imagine this, if you want to add time, you just draw the time there. You know, not, you know, 20 to 40, you just actually put the lines where they should be, and that will tell you the time, and then you write whatever you want. So that's how I imagine that. And here I just created a little bookmark using one of the masterboards, but I used gold color gel pen, I think. It's one of those, you know. Just this one, to add some details to the bird in gold color, and just draw little marks there. You know, I just like doing that. And I also used some of the gold, I think it was Inca gold. What is it? This one. A lot of the tags I put that, like I ink around the edges in darker color, but then I use this one just, you know, with my fingers. So I think when you work with darker color papers, adding lighter color around the edges works better than the other way around. If you have a light color, say tag or something, and you want to add a bit darker, when you have a darker color background, light or gold or silver works best, I think. Anyway, as you can see probably here and here, I added a lot of lace where the pockets are. Anyway, and here again I used the page with the tags that was empty, and I just created with the clock face and the butterfly and a word, but when I glue it down, I only glue down here so that this can be used as a tuck spot. I tend to do that so it's not wasted. No waste. Again, we have writing pages, and over here this is a belly band, but it goes all the way to this edge. I sort of prefer that look. Okay, again there's lace, and here I just created a little like envelope with one of the masterboards, and what I did inside, what I put inside is plain tag that I cut from one of those pages, and some other images that you can use to design your own tag. For example, you put that there and this, or maybe you can make a little pocket here, you know, some words, you know, things like that, just to play around. I thought that would be fun. I could have done it, but you know, we all have different ways of expressing, so I thought it might be interesting for whoever buys the journal to actually design their own tag using this digital kit. And there's also a few little die cut tags here, again with some gold around, and they can be used as well to create something. Okay, I just love how this page looks. Yeah, I was born 5 to midnight, maybe that's why I'm drawn to this. Okay, again, this can be used as a little album, wet flowers, and these are the pages with masterboards in the background barely visible. And another cluster. And you see, I used that big clock face, this one, and I added some butterflies and words, but when I glued down this, I just used glue on this part here so that this can be used as a pocket. I could add glue here as well and have it like that, but you know, I thought if you want to put something bigger there, it's better to have it just on one corner. And here we have more writing space, and we come to the center. So there is a little hidden paper clip, just used offcuts, and again that and some words. And when I printed this page, I don't know what happened to my printer, but the lines showed up. But in a way, if you turn it this way, it's like a lined paper, so it can still be used, and the paper clip can hold it in place. Right. And here in the middle spread we have 2 tags that were also cut around the masterboards and from the line page and from one of the plain backgrounds. Again, here I used that gel pen just to go around the butterfly to lift it up a little bit, because when you look at the whole masterboard, there's a lot going on, but depending on how you cut it, you either, you know, draw attention to the moon, or to the butterfly or to the feather, depending on what you want to what's the word, bring to your attention. Okay, so I used the other one with the animals. Sorry. This one. So that comes from here, and it's a little tuck spot. Can be glued completely, but you know, you can also tuck in things there. And again, more writing. And here I used this one, and I used one of my die cuts in the shape of a tag, just to have that, like that. And I added a clock face here, and sentiment, and a butterfly, and then you can write this as well. And I think it's just so cute there on the blue background. Okay, and here another little cluster that was turned into a tuck spot that can hold a tag. You can write on the tag as well. Writing pages and that album. And we are already, is this the middle signature? Yeah, that's the middle signature. I love that bird. I used this to create belly bands, and I also used the die cut for the center, and I added acetate the back so that it's clear. So if you put something in there, it will show. Oops, the lace is getting caught. And I added lace. I think it looks really cute. And of course, you can write on in these little areas here, or just add pictures, you know. And this is just turned into writing space or card, journal card. You probably noticed that whenever there's a either signature cover or a page with pockets, the following is 3 writing pages, and it seems to be going through the whole journal. I would have something like this where I stitched around, have pocket or belly band, and then there would be 3 pages for writing. And it's kind of, I followed the same principle for the whole journal. And then here we have a little tuck spot, and I just put a year, 2021 kind of way, because I've made it this year. And again, another, this, look at the cover, it was meant to be like that, but obviously my printer wasn't working properly, so it turned out green, which is fine, but you know, it wasn't meant to be green. Okay, more writing pages, 3 again. And here we have that little ladybug. Again, it's a tuck spot. I left this one plain, but you know, you can design something here, or you can write as well, although it is a dark page, but you can write with pens like this, in white, gold or silver, and it will be visible, and I think it would look nice. That's why I didn't want to put anything, to have at least one page that is dark. And here is the middle spread of the middle signature, and I decided to put that whole page, which I think is just cute. And again, these are all like, you know, they all have meanings, I suppose, depending on if this is a dream diary collection. I used to own a dream diary, a dream dictionary, and when I was younger, and I was so fascinated about the meanings. But as I grew older, I realized they don't really apply to me. It's more like, you know, when people dream about something and they say, oh, what does it mean if I dreamt this and that? And I tend to tell them, depends how you felt in your dream. If you felt good about it, then it means it's gonna be something good. And if you felt bad while you had that dream, if you felt uneasy or something, then it's not a good sign. But I watched a movie recently, what's it called, Dune, and when it started, it showed the sentences, the dreams are messages from the deep, and I really, really believe that. A lot of the times what we dream is just nonsense, but sometimes it's actually real. You know, you might think I'm crazy, but sometimes things happen. So I really believe that on some level our consciousness are connected while we sleep. It has to go somewhere, you know. It's not like we stop living while we sleep. Things are happening on some other plane. I don't know how to explain, but that's what I believe anyway. Alright, writing pages. And here again, I don't know if notice here we have a tuck spot down the bottom, and here I put one on the top. And again, just the writing page folded in half. And this is also from that, the bird is from here. And I used just a clock and a butterfly on the other side, and it's quite thick, so I turned it into a charm. Okay, more writing pages, and we come to the end of the middle signature. And here again I created a little journaling card, and there's that belly band, which I think looks just so cute. Alright. And I must say, when I started doing these journals, as I was working on it, it took me probably about a week because I was busy with other things. I could only spare maybe 1 or 2 hours a day to work on this one. I started dreaming a lot again. I don't know if it just this whole thing, this imagery inspired me, or is it the colors, the dark blue, the color of the night. And it's that time of the year where the days are so short and the nights are long. I don't know what it is, but I've been dreaming a lot lately. Okay. And again, the same as the other one, just a different sentiment. And I had a bit of that lace left over, so I just made a little like a bow and added a bit of a bling. And again, we have 3 more writing pages. And here, another hidden paper clip. And you can see I used one of those tags, this one, although here it turned out really yellow. Print quality also depends on the paper you used. I used the glossy paper here, and I used matte paper here, so you see how different they turn out. So that's another thing with digital packs. Depending on the paper you use, you will have different results. But it's also good, you can experiment. And so I used one of those, folded it, and I used the die cut on just the plain blue background. And then I drew with this, just to, you know, make it more obvious that it's a flower, to make it look pretty. And this can be put anywhere in the journal. I just happen to put it there. Okay, so that's the middle of the 4th signature. Here's a tag. Again, I left this one with dark blue. I could have made it a bit thicker, but then I didn't want to waste that blue background. It would be perfect to draw with or write with this gold pen. And there is a little tuck spot with mushrooms and 3 more writing pages and another clock that was turned into a tuck or a pocket and a tag. The same here. See, this can be used as a tuck spot. And 3 more writing pages and another album page. It's even like specimens, you know. I don't know. Different ways they can be used. And this is the last signature. For that one I used this masterboard as the cover. And I created a belly band there and another big tag. And this one was cut, I think, from that section there. So they make tags, and there's just like different ways they can be used, you know. Experiment with them. And 3 more writing pages. A little cluster again made with those tags. A bit of lace and a butterfly, some sentiment. Again, this was from that part there. And the little bunny. Well, like here again we have, just like in the first signature, we have another middle spread with those areas where the little pictures can be glued. Okay. Writing space, and here's another belly band with the genuine card. Just time flies, and it does. There's so much I want to do every day, but just so little time. But you know, it will be done eventually. And that's the end. And over here there's a little tuck spot created with this section where the wolf is, and a certificate. And this is how I used the page with plain tags. I actually didn't cut them separately. I'll show you. Not that one. This one. So I cut here and here, and then I obviously printed on both sides. Okay. And I just folded like that, and then like that. And I used a bit of ink, and I added a strip here and then that there, just to create like a little notepad. And I thought I can go and leave here. So that is my dream diary journal, and turned really nice, I think. And I loved creating it. So that brings us to the end of this presentation. I also want to point out that this journal is going to be in my Etsy shop, hopefully before this video is on my YouTube channel. It's sometimes difficult to coordinate all these things, and it comes in this cute bag that I created for it, like that. Comes with a certificate of authenticity and one of those pens, gel pens, the gold one. It's brand new, so I'm going to include that so that whoever buys it can actually see how they work and have fun writing with that gold color. So that would be it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration and help you in your own projects. And thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. And this community is just amazing, and sometimes I still can't believe there are so many good people out there that, you know, I get to know through this journal making journey of mine. So I'm really grateful for every single comment and everything, all the support. And you know, I'm sometimes speechless. I don't know what to say. I think it's just amazing. And thank you all again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.